Have you ever felt like your body was working against you? No matter how little you eat or how many walks you take, one of my patients, Margaret, once looked me in the eye and asked, "Doctor, why am I still gaining weight when I'm barely eating?" She was 63, lively spirit, but tired of trying. If you've asked yourself the same question, you're not alone. Today, we're going to talk about something that affects millions of people silently. Something that hides behind stubborn belly fat, slow energy, and even mild depression. It's the link between cholesterol and obesity. And the truth is, sometimes obesity causes high cholesterol, but sometimes it's the other way around, yes. High cholesterol can actually lead to weight gain. Strange. Not really, not when you understand how your metabolism works after 50. And this is exactly what I want to explain to you today. Because if we can untangle this connection, we can finally take steps that work naturally, gently, and without adding more pills to your cabinet. So if you're someone in your 50s, 60s, or even 70s, and you've been told, eat less, move more, and yet nothing seems to change, this message is especially for you. I want you to sit back, maybe make a warm cup of hibiscus tea, and let's talk heart to heart about how your body is speaking to you and how you can listen better. So, what exactly is cholesterol? Most people think of cholesterol as a bad thing, a threat, a clog in the pipes. But here's the truth, cholesterol is not your enemy. Your body needs cholesterol. It's a waxy substance, almost like natural fat that helps your body build healthy cells. It produces hormones. It supports your brain. It even helps you digest food. Without cholesterol, we wouldn't survive. But just like anything in life, balance is everything. There are two main types, LDL, often called bad cholesterol, and HDL, known as the good cholesterol. LDL is the kind that can stick to your artery walls. Over time, it hardens into plaque. That's when trouble starts. Blood pressure rises. Blood flow becomes restricted. Your heart begins to work overtime. HDL, on the other hand, acts like a janitor, cleaning up that excess LDL and carrying it back to your liver to be broken down and removed. Now you might be thinking, okay, but what does this have to do with weight gain? Let's connect the dots. When your cholesterol levels, especially LDL, go too high, it creates a ripple effect. Your liver becomes overwhelmed trying to process all that extra fat in your blood. It shifts its focus from burning fat to simply managing the traffic. Imagine this. Your body is like a city. The liver is the waste management system. Cholesterol is like the garbage trucks. Now, if the roads are jammed with too many trucks, nothing moves. Crash piles up, other services slow down. Your metabolism is no different. When your liver is clogged with excess cholesterol, it can't metabolize fat efficiently. That means fat doesn't get broken down and used for energy, it gets stored around your belly, around your liver, inside your arteries. Even if you eat less, even if you move more, if your internal system is overloaded, your body simply holds onto fat for safety. And as we age, this system becomes even slower, especially for those of us in our 50s, 60s, and beyond. That's why some people like Margaret eat salads, walk every evening, and still gain weight. It's not about discipline. It's not about willpower. It's about your internal chemistry. And cholesterol plays a much bigger role in that chemistry than we used to think. A recent study from the Journal of Clinical Lipidology found that people with elevated LDL and triglyceride levels, even if their diet wasn't high in calories, gained more visceral fat over time compared to people with balanced lipids. Why? Because when cholesterol clogs your liver's pathways, it slows down everything: insulin sensitivity, fat metabolism, and hormonal balance. That means more belly fat, more cravings, more fatigue, and a higher risk of obesity-related diseases, even if you're eating less than you used to. Have you ever felt like your efforts just don't show results? Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, I swear I used to eat more than this and never gained weight? You're not imagining it. Your body has changed, and so must the way you care for it. But here's the good news. When you understand what's really happening, you can take the right steps. Not just blindly dieting, but restoring the systems inside you, supporting your liver, improving your cholesterol naturally, and watching your body respond with grace, ease, and gratitude. So what can we do? How do we lower bad cholesterol, lose excess weight, and help our bodies feel free again without harsh medications or restrictive diets? Let me share with you what I've learned not just from science, but from real people, from patients in their 50s, 60s, and 70s who turned their health around, starting with small, quiet changes. Let's start with the simplest one. 1. Bring back real fiber. Yes, fiber. Not the powdered kind in a plastic jar, but the kind that grows. Oats, lentils, apples, flax seeds, vegetables with skins and crunch. Things that still look like nature made them. You see, fiber acts like a sponge in your gut. It soaks up cholesterol particles and gently carries them out of your system. No fuss, no side effects. One of my patients, Thomas is 68, used to take 3 different medications for his cholesterol. We didn't stop his meds cold turkey, but we did add 1 cup of cooked steel-cut oats each morning. Within 3 months, his LDL dropped by 18%, and he felt more regular in every sense of the word. Fiber also feeds the friendly bacteria in your gut, which helps reduce inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, and keep cravings at bay. It's not fancy, it's not loud, but it works. 2. Move not for punishment, but for pleasure. Exercise doesn't have to mean gym memberships or running marathons. It can be as simple as a walk, a bike ride, gardening, dancing in your kitchen to old Motown songs. What matters is consistency. Just 30 to 40 minutes of movement a day helps clear plaque from your arteries, raise your good cholesterol HDL, and lower the kind that clogs you up. And there's something else: movement trains your body to handle stress. And stress, believe it or not, is a sneaky contributor to both weight gain and high cholesterol. Remember Margaret, the woman who asked why she was gaining weight despite eating less? Well, she also told me she hadn't really exhaled in years. Always takes care of others, always worrying, always rushing. So we added a daily walk after dinner. No pressure, just movement and breathing. And slowly her body began to respond. 3. Replace fear with fat the right kind. For decades, we were told fat is the enemy. No oil, no nuts, no eggs, low-fat everything. But science has turned that page. It turns out healthy fats like those found in extra virgin olive oil, avocados, almonds, and flax are actually essential to lowering cholesterol and burning belly fat. Why? Because they calm inflammation. They improve the lining of your blood vessels, and they help shuttle bad cholesterol out of your system while supporting hormone balance and steady energy. I often tell my older patients, don't fear fat, respect it, choose it wisely, and your heart will thank you. 4. Breathe. Really breathe. Stress is a silent cholesterol booster. It raises cortisol, which affects your liver, your insulin, your appetite. But when you breathe deeply, 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out, your body shifts from fight or flight to rest and heal. Even 10 minutes a day of quiet breathing can lower blood pressure, reduce triglycerides, and support your nervous system. I've seen this change lives not with fanfare, but with softness. You don't need a yoga studio or a guru, just a chair, a quiet space, and your breath. 5. Eat more plants not for a trend, but for your arteries. Plants don't contain cholesterol. They help remove it. They're packed with antioxidants, fiber, and compounds that repair blood vessels from the inside out. You don't need to go fully vegan. Just crowd your plate with vegetables, beans, berries, and whole grains. Let them fill the space once occupied by processed meat or fried foods. In fact, cultures that eat this way, Mediterranean, Okinawan, and many traditional communities, have the lowest rates of heart disease in the world. Their secret isn't a pill, it's a lifestyle, a rhythm, a plate full of life. You don't need to do all of this overnight. Start with one change, then another. Let it build. Let your body remember what it feels like to be nourished, to be moved, to be supported, not starved or punished. You're not broken. You're just out of rhythm, and rhythm can always be restored. 6. Add omega-3s, the quiet healers. Let me tell you something powerful. You don't need a supplement aisle full of promises. Sometimes what you need is in a simple fillet of salmon or a spoonful of ground flax seeds stirred into oatmeal. Omega-3 fatty acids are nature's anti-inflammatory agents. They help lower triglycerides, reduce plaque buildup, and improve the flexibility of your arteries. I remember a patient named Henry 71. He used to joke, my blood's thicker than my wife's gravy. His triglycerides were high. His knees ached. He had brain fog. Instead of another prescription, we started with food. 2 servings of oily fish per week, a tablespoon of chia or flax each morning, a handful of walnuts in the afternoon. After 8 weeks, not only did his cholesterol improve, his mind was sharper. His energy returned. It's amazing how much healing can happen when you give your body what it's quietly been asking for. 7. Let go of the convenience that cost you. Now, here's the hard truth, my friend. Processed foods, especially those filled with trans fats, added sugars, and excess salt, are sabotaging your cholesterol and your heart. They're easy, they're everywhere, but they come at a steep cost. These foods promote inflammation. They stiffen your arteries, raise your blood pressure, and trick your hormones into thinking you're always hungry. A bag of chips here, a frozen meal there. It doesn't seem like much until it becomes your daily diet. But here's the good news: your taste buds can change. Your habits can shift. Start by cooking one meal at home each day. Swap margarine for olive oil. Trade white bread for whole grain. Add color, real color, to your plate. You're not punishing yourself. You're protecting the vessel that carries you through life. 8. Sip to heal with herbal teas. Let me ask you, do you have a ritual? Something small, quiet, just for you. If not, let this be the beginning. A cup of hibiscus tea in the afternoon, or green tea in the morning, or rooibos if you're winding down for the night. Herbal teas are not magic, but they are gentle medicine. Hibiscus has been shown to lower systolic blood pressure. Green tea helps burn fat and clear LDL cholesterol. Rooibos soothes inflammation and supports the liver. And more importantly, these teas create moments of peace, moments where you're not rushing, not worrying, just present, no sugar, no additives, just leaves and water doing what they've done for centuries. 9. Sleep, not just rest, but repair. Now, here's a secret most doctors don't emphasize enough. Poor sleep raises cholesterol. Yes, when you don't sleep deeply or long enough, your body produces more cortisol, your blood pressure rises, your arteries stiffen, and your hunger hormones go haywire. You crave sugar, you store fat, you stay inflamed. But when you sleep well, 7 to 8 hours each night uninterrupted, something beautiful happens. Your body cleans house. It balances cholesterol. It calms inflammation. It resets your metabolism. So make your bedroom a sanctuary, cool, dark, screen-free. Go to bed at the same time. Let your body trust the rhythm again. Remember, sleep isn't laziness. It's essential maintenance. 10. Release what no longer serves you. This one's not about food or exercise or even sleep. It's about heaviness, not in your body, but in your heart. The regrets, the comparisons, the shame around your weight, your numbers, your aging. Let it go. You are not a lab report. You are not a mistake. You are a human being, complex, resilient, still capable of change. And healing doesn't happen when we bully ourselves into submission. It happens when we show up kindly, patiently, again and again. One breath, one walk, one home-cooked meal, one moment of stillness. You've made it this far in the video. That tells me something powerful. You're ready, not for a miracle, not for a quick fix, but for something real. A shift that begins today, not with perfection, but with intention. You don't need a brand new body. You need a new relationship with the one you already have. And that journey begins with a single, quiet, courageous step. Are you ready to take it? You see, the road to better health isn't about chasing youth. It's not about looking like you did at 30. It's about honoring this stage of life with gentleness, with wisdom, with choices that speak to who you are and who you still wish to become. Because it's never too late. Not at 55, not at 67, not at 73. The heart doesn't retire. The body doesn't give up unless we give up on it. So take this as a sign to pause, to breathe, to choose again. Maybe today you start by drinking that herbal tea. Maybe you take a walk around the block instead of sitting through another rerun. Maybe you forgive yourself for the years you didn't know better, because now you do. And that's where true change begins. Narrator gentle encouragement. If this message spoke to your heart, if you found even one piece of hope here, one idea that made you feel ready, then I invite you stay with us. Subscribe to the channel. Join this growing community of people just like you, people who are choosing healing over helplessness. Share this video with someone you love, someone who might need to hear you're not alone and you're not broken. And in the comments below, tell me, what's one small change you're ready to make this week? I read every comment. I truly do, because this isn't just information, it's a conversation. And your story matters here. Your health is not your age, it's your choices. Begin today gently. Take care of your heart. Be kind to your body. And I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay curious, stay committed, and stay well.